Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are doing more Jungle Cup battles using the same team I was using in the other video, and I apologize that I didn't have a video up yesterday, but it was Entei day, so I was out with friends doing Entei for the 3 hours, and I managed to get 3 shinies, so I'm really happy about that. But yeah, so we're just doing some more Jungle Cup battles. I really like this team. I'm probably leaning towards using Beedrill over the Fortress, which is what I do have on my team. And yeah, pretty happy with this team. I'm feeling really confident, so my tournament is this coming Saturday, so we'll see how I do. We'll see if I win, we'll see if I get second, if I get last. You never know, right? But yeah, so really enjoying this cup. Let me know what you think of the Jungle Cup, and let me know your favorite cup that we've ever had. I liked the Boulder Cup, the Twilight Cup, and the Kingdom Cup, so those 3 cups I really liked. So yeah, I don't know which one was my favorite out of the 3, but I really liked all 3 of those, so it's definitely a lot of fun. And this cup, I like. Getting a little bit tired of it, I guess. I mean, not maybe so much tired. I mean, I do like it, but I guess it's just could be a little bit tedious seeing Vigoroth all the time, right? Because it's just such a solid Pokemon, but it did change things up a little bit when Wigglytuff was added too. But yeah, we do go ahead and take game 1, so that was a good game. That was definitely a good game. And for these battles, most of them went back and forth. You know, I think I won a couple in a row or something, but most of them were back and forth. So it was pretty evenly matched for this video for the most part. So I decided to pull the switch into my own Vigoroth immediately. Actually getting off a body slam before he does. He's just charging up some energy, so we do have to be careful, but I decided just to go with the body slams just to take both of his shields. Now, I didn't have to block these. I could have let my Vigoroth go down, I guess, because I knew I would have to block 2 of them, but I decided to go ahead and invest in my Vigoroth, hoping to feint him out, but he actually decides to pull the switch, so I go for a body slam. I clicked on that too soon. I should have went for the bulldoze. I didn't think that I would necessarily get to it in time, but we actually got to it just as we clicked on that body slam, so should have went for that bulldoze, but that's okay. I would say that probably cost me this match. But either way, Wigglytuff coming in hot and beating out Lantern. He does bring in his Fortress, so that's going to knock us out. And now we have Noctowl, but he does have a Vigoroth in the back, and you know, we're not going to be with that Rock Tomb. We're not going to be able to beat this Pokemon. You know, Rock Tomb will not knock us out, but still do a lot of damage. And then he switches into his Vigoroth. I was hoping to feint him with wing attacks, but that wasn't the case. He does go ahead and take the game. So that was another good game. Definitely another good game. So yeah, we'll jump ahead and go into another game. Beginning with Vigoroth this time. He does begin with his Venusaur, so he does go ahead and catch us on that lead. So I decide to charge up a bunch of energy, enough for a body slam, and I actually go ahead and use that body slam. I was thinking of switching out, but I decided, you know what, body slams will still be good, we'll still be putting out a lot of damage. And we block that Frenzy Plant, and we get off another body slam, so he's either going to have to let his Venusaur go, or he's going to have to use a shield. So we actually get off another counter, charging up more energy, but we do block that Frenzy Plant, and he actually pulls the switch, so I wasn't expecting the switch. I mean, he would have ultimately ended up knocking out my Vigoroth, I believe, but anyway, we switch into a Venusaur of our own and take that body slam. So we actually take another body slam, but I knew I would survive this, not by much, but we do survive it, and then we get off a Frenzy Plant, so this is definitely going to knock out that Vigoroth. So we do take care of the Vigoroth, which is definitely good for us, because Vigoroth is definitely a huge threat, isn't it? But he brings in Venusaur of his own to knock us out. Thinking about it for a little bit, I decided to bring in Wigglytuff because I knew I could knock it out with Charm before he got to a Frenzy Plant, which is exactly what happened. So I decided to go for the Play Rough, which is definitely the best move to do. And that's going to almost knock out Lantern. It actually doesn't quite take it out, so he does knock our Wigglytuff out, but then we bring in Vigoroth and knock him out with the counter. So very close game, a very good game at that. But we actually pick up a Sinnoh Stone, so I think I have like 95 Sinnoh Stones. I don't need Sinnoh Stones, guys. I might actually start throwing some away because I'm really running out of bag space, so Sinnoh Stones definitely have to go. But he definitely catches us on the lead with this one, so we switch into Wigglytuff, and unfortunately, he had the Fortress in the back, but you could still see how much damage Charmed is doing to Fortress, even though it resisted, right? I mean, he's almost knocked down. We're actually going to use a shield here, and this shield does allow us to beat Fortress, so Wigglytuff, I mean, people are saying it's overrated. I understand where you're coming from. I personally think it deserves that rating. I think it is a really powerful Pokemon in this cup. you know, I just do because we don't have many poison types. I mean, we do have Beedrill, which does have poison jab, and we have Venusaur, which doesn't have a poison fast move, but it has sludge bomb. So I mean, there's definitely options. Fortress is another good option, but you even saw Wigglytuff was able to beat Fortress with a shield. So I mean, it all depends. I personally like it, but you know, you guys can let me know what you think. I think it's definitely going to make it on my team as it did. But anyway, getting off that Sky Attack against his Pokemon, and he brings in Lantern, so we actually get off another Sky Attack, which will be met with a shield, of course, and he knocks out our Lantern, and then, you know, that was a mistake. I was clicking on Sludge Bomb. I should have immediately went for the X Scissor, and then we would have gotten that off, I believe, before he got his off, which would have been enough to knock it out. I wasn't sure if it would have been enough, but I'm pretty confident it probably would have. I'm still not 100% sure, but we should have went for it. I was going for the Sludge Bomb, trying to charge up. So I would say that was definitely a bad decision on my end, but that's okay. That's okay. So right now we have Vigoroth against his Alolan Golem, and we're just going to knock it out with counter. It did take a shield from us, but that's totally cool because we have Bulldoze ready to go. We have a couple Body Slams, so I'll definitely take it. So we're going to go and fire off these Body Slams against Venusaur. He decides not to block it, but we have another one ready to go, and that one he's going to have to block, and then we actually have a third one ready to go. So that's going to take both of his shields, so you can see how powerful Vigoroth is. He does come in with his own and knocks us out, so just deciding to switch in my Wigglytuff, which I do. I bring in Wigglytuff instead of Beedrill. He knocks us with a Body Slam. That's okay, because I knew he'd get off one more Body Slam, but I am going to block this because then I could feint his Vigoroth with Wigglytuff, and I'll have a Play Rough and an Ice Beam ready to go against his next Pokemon. So we're going to fire off that Ice Beam against his shiny Venusaur and take the win over there. So we do win that one, and thanks to Wigglytuff. Loving this Pokemon. I love using it, you know, maybe it's because it's new that I love using it. But I really think it's a powerful Pokemon. I'm not saying it's invincible, but it's definitely a powerful one. So he catches us with the lead, so we're going to switch into Vigoroth. And he actually pulls a switch. I thought he might have stayed in with Venusaur, but, you know, I guess not. I guess because, you know, Vespiquen is definitely a good counter to Vigoroth as well. So, but so is Venusaur, but, you know, Vespiquen gets the job done too. So we fire off another Body Slam, taking a shield, so I'll definitely take that. And then we get off another Body Slam, and he will not block that one. And then we decide to, I think, let it go. Yeah, we let our Vigoroth go, keeping both shields, and then we bring in our Noctowl, which will knock out Vespiquen, so that's good. Now, I know he has a Venusaur in the back. He brings in his Lantern, so I'm going to switch into Wigglytuff, and then he pulls the switch into Venusaur, of course. You know, but we're still doing, I mean, despite Venusaur resisting Charmed, we're still doing a good, like, a lot of damage, right? That's how strong Charmed is, so it's such a good move. We do use both shields because we want to not get knocked out, you know? But I was trying to feint Venusaur with Charmed, and we're able to actually do it. So I go ahead and use Play Rough, which I figured would take his last shield. As it does not, he decides not to use it. So that's fine. And then, you know, I was clicking on Ice Beam hoping to get to it, but Charmed actually finishes it off before we can get to Ice Beam. So, hey, I mean, Lantern is a bulky Pokemon. Charm's just going to work on it, right? You know, so yeah. Anyway, we do take that one. So we're going to jump into another battle, beginning with Beedrill this video, or this match, game, I should say. Getting off the next Scissor right away. He does go ahead and fire off his Body Slam. I do allow that to go through. And he pulls the switch into Vespiquen, and I'm going to go ahead and switch into Wigglytuff. It took me a second to switch, you know, I clicked on it a couple times. I don't know, it's probably another glitch. That's okay. But we do go ahead and take that Power Gem. And then Wigglytuff is just going to try and feint it down. He actually gets off another move against us, which will be an X Scissor. We could have taken that, I think. I don't think another Bug Bite would have knocked us out. So I believe we could have taken that, but we decide not to anyway, because I thought it might have been a Power Gem. But we go ahead and use a Play Rough against him, and we just do like over half to that Fortress, you know, and then bring in Vigoroth of our own. So I do decide to protect my Vigoroth in this situation. He switches into a Vigoroth of his own. I was trying to feint it with counters. I got a little bit greedy, I guess, but we actually do end up feinting it, so, you know, it ended up working out for us. Firing off that Body Slam, he does go ahead and block it, but we have another Body Slam ready to go, and he will block that. So we switch immediately into Beedrill and fire off in X Scissor, but that's not enough, guys. It's actually not enough. So he knocks us out with Heavy Slam, and then we bring in Vigoroth, and he actually knocks us out. So that was a very close game. Perhaps I should have switched into Beedrill and charged up enough for a Sludge Bomb instead of clicking on the X Scissor, and that would have been enough. So it's hard to say now, guys, but anyway, yeah, he does go ahead and win that game fair and square, so that's fine. So for this game, we lead with Beedrill. I wanted to try the lineup again because I felt like I could have played that better. So we switch into Vigoroth right now, using a shield against Heavy Slam just to charge up as much energy as possible. I do go ahead and fire off a Body Slam, trying to bluff the Bulldoze, but he doesn't fall for it. We actually fire off another Body Slam, but he will block that one. So at least we caught one of his shields. We're going to go ahead and dedicate both shields to Vigoroth because I wanted to knock this out with counter and then have energy charged up for whatever comes in. So yeah, I guess he's waiting to decide, maybe running out the clock a little bit. And then we go ahead and go for Play Rough against his Wigglytuff, which does a decent amount. We actually get off another Body Slam against his Wigglytuff. Did I say Play Rough before? I might have, I don't know. But yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, we bring in Beedrill, so we're going to switch into Wigglytuff and catch this Body Slam and just go into town. I mean, you can see how much damage Charm is doing. I've said it throughout the video. I love Wigglytuff, guys. That Body Slam, almost enough to knock us out. That's okay. We bring in Beedrill, going for the X Scissor. It doesn't knock it out, but we're able to knock it out with a Poison Jab, and then he brings in Wigglytuff, and we get off the Sludge Bomb, which is going to easily knock out Wigglytuff. So that's going to be the end of this video, and those are going to be good games. That's going to be it for this one, guys. See you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, click on one of the links to check out another one of my videos that you'll probably enjoy.